Yeah, well, now it's time to have a look at this massive game tonight. And myself and Matty were going to go through how New South Wales can win the game. The first thing that I picked up yesterday, I heard a stat running around, is that every time Matt Scott runs for 120 metres, Queensland win. So basically, we've got to bash him into submission when three or four blokes in a tackle and get him on his back, because he's their go forward man. If you look at the two teams, Queensland are almost diminutive in appearance. We've picked a monster pack, so we've got to play to our strengths. I probably think that either Cordner or Jackson might start from the bench, and I think Tamau might start in the run-on side if I was a betting man. But I also think that our kicking game this year has got to be astute. I think that Adam Reynolds has been picked for that sole reason. In years gone by, we seem to have a good platform, and then our kicking game has let us down unbelievably compared to Queensland, where obviously Cooper Cronk's kicking game is second to none. So that's got to be one area we really focus on, I think. And I think Josh Mansour is going to be ultra important. Once Cooper Cronk does turn us around, in the last few seasons, we've had a lack of struggle to try and get ourselves out of the in-goal area, out of our own 20. We seem to be on the back foot before we know it. So Mansour was picked for that sole reason, to bash and barge. And I think that Matt Moylan's going to have the game of his life. I think he will be unbelievably astute at the back, not just because he's a Penrith man. I think we've picked the right man for the job to make. And I think New South Wales is going to win by 16 points to 14.
Okay. Couple of things. I think number one is for Queensland, we've got to make them fight for every metre. Now, Queensland got an ageing pack, so you've got to make them fight for everything. No cheap penalties when they're working out of trouble. No 7-tackle restarts. And you've got to pressure Cronk and Thurston on the last tackle and to force them to find our back three on the full when they're kicking long. Like MG said, secondly, I think we're going to make our outside backs got to lead the yardage game. So right through the middle, likes of Ferguson, Mansour and Jennings in particular. Through the middle again against an ageing pack, because ageing packs are susceptible to youthful energy, speed and footwork through the middle. Thirdly, a really important one, our ruck defence and middle defence has got to be like a steel trap. Number one, the markers can't be left on the ground. If the moment a marker's left on the ground are not in position, if they're not set, Cameron Smith will jump out, and he'll jump out. And once he starts to jump out of dummy half at a regular basis, they take control of the yardage game. And our tight defenders, either side of the play of the ball, meaning they call it the A defender either side, they've got to be tight and they've got to be moving forward. Because if they don't move forward, the likes of Thurston and Cronk, that'll be their trigger to really start to take us on nice and direct. Now, our edge defence is going to be really crucial. Our edge defence can't panic tonight because, look, at the interchange, which is going to be telling, is going from 10 down to 8, which means eventually, it's just common sense, that the middle defence is going to get tired and it's going to be unable to really get off and get forward in defence. So it's going to be really important sometimes that our edge defence is, at times, just steady a little bit and be willing to defend inside out, which is slide defence, as opposed to one bloke like a Maverick trying to rush out the line and make a decision to try to solve it by himself. And the last one, which MG touched on, which is absolutely crucial, and the reason Adam Reynolds is in the team, our kicking game has got to be at least 9 out of 10. We've got to kick to give us at least, I think his kicking game, we've got to have a goal to get at least 4 repeat sets and at least 1 try from his kicking game. When we kick long, we don't find Darius on the full. And when we kick, we complement it with an aggressive kick chase. So, and
no 7 tackles.
And no 7-tackle restarts for Queensland.
Oh, yeah.
All those things will tell on their ageing pack.
I think we've missed the most probably telling point why New South Wales will be smarting. That embarrassing scoreline. You remember back in 2000 when the infamous bomb, the grenade was thrown. Yeah. They've used that as ammunition for all these years. Well, if New South Wales didn't use that 52-6 thrashing last year as ammunition for this series, they haven't done their homework, and they have. And these blokes who got their chance to have another go because of that thing. Laurie Daly said, "Look, I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a 52-6 thrashing and then never play Origin again."
Yeah.
Oh, they want another chance, and I bet you tonight they take it.
Yeah. I hope so, MG, because the last thing we want, I think, as a statement for New South Wales, is to say, yeah, they had this amazing run, but the tide turned. It came back to our favour. Or what turned the tide? When Cameron Smith, Jonathan Thurston, Greg Inglis, and Cooper Cronk retired.
Yeah.
Let's